How's it going, everybody? Hello from Canada. Welcome back to another video. So today we're inside again. We're not playing hockey anymore, unfortunately. So I managed to injure myself. I strained my ACL the other day, so that's a good start. We're in a good spot. So basically we are online Schmitty J for now. So today we're gonna be doing an NHL tier list, an NHL team tier list to be exact. All right. So I'm gonna be rating all of the NHL teams from teams that I think are the best to the teams that I think are the worst. So I'm going to be a little bit biased, obviously, based on my favorite teams and stuff, as you guys probably have seen before. But you know what? That's okay. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, guys, so we're going to start off, the same way any other tier list would start off. We're just going to start going from number 1 to number 31, because they do have Vegas here. I wish they had the Kraken, actually. That'd be kind of funny if they had the Kraken. Yeah, so we got Ducks, Coyotes, etc. We're going to go from A to Z. So basically all we're going to do is just going to rank them. So S is obviously the best. A, B, C, D goes down in order. Alright, so Anaheim Ducks. If any of you guys are Anaheim Ducks fans, I'm sorry. You guys are going straight to the D tier. It's not that I don't like the Ducks, really. They're just not a good team. They're just not a good team anymore. They had some good years way back in the day, but they definitely is way behind them. And following suit, same thing with the Coyotes. Nobody wants to go watch Coyotes games. I think they barely sell like 500 tickets, so they're gonna stay down there. Sorry to the Coyotes fans. I want to see Arizona. I think it'd be cool to travel there, but hockey there just it's not really a thing. So moving on from that, we're going to go to the Boston Bruins. If it was a personal choice, they'd be down here. But judging based on their skill as well, and to not just be like, all right, I hate the team, I can't put them any higher than A. I can't do it. I think they're a great team. I cannot put them any higher than A. At all. They're a great team, but I really do not like Boston. So they're going in A. As you guys might know, I am a Leafs fan. Yeah. The Boston Bruins leave a sour taste in my mouth sometimes. Yeah, don't talk about the playoffs and the Bruins. Okay, so after that, the Sabres. So in reality, they could also go in D. But I'm going to put them up in C only because of Jack Eichel, to be honest, and Taylor Hall. They're the only two. Actually, no, sorry, Dahlin as well. So I got 3 players there. So Eichel, Dahlin, and Hall are the only 3 players on that team I think deserve to be higher than C. But the rest of the team is, no, they're not going higher than C. The Flames, being a Canadian team, they're okay. I don't think they're overly that good, though. But I don't think they're terrible. I'll throw them in B tier. I don't really have a whole lot to say about the Flames. Carolina, same thing. They got guys like Aho, Teravainen, etc., Svechnikov, all those guys. But I don't think they're that great, but I don't think they're that terrible. Just third team joining them right there is Chicago Blackhawks, because I don't think they're doing that well this year from last I remember, but I could be wrong. I know that Kane started to step it up again, so maybe he's carrying them. I haven't checked their place in the standings in a few days or like a week or whatever, so I could eat my words here, and if I do, I'll throw it up in the edit so that way you guys can see. So we're gonna put them up in B tier. The Avalanche. Where do I put the Avalanche? You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead. I put these guys in A tier. But you gotta think about it. They got McKinnon, Makar, Landeskog, Rantanen, etc. There's so much skill on that team that they have to be able to do something with it. And it's not like they're doing bad either. So they're going in A tier. I don't know what you guys are gonna think of that, but I don't really care. See, they have an A in their logo. A tier. It's obvious. Columbus. I don't really like Columbus that much. I like Tortorella, but I'm not really a huge fan of Columbus. What do I want to do with them? Columbus. We can go ahead, put them. Columbus can go ahead and get placed in B tier. They can join. They can join. Dallas. I don't really have much to say about Columbus. They got some skilled players. They got Tortorella, who I like. About it. Dallas Stars going straight into C tier. They're not terrible. They're not amazing. Heiskanen's an amazing player, but I think they play some of the most boring hockey I have ever seen in my life. So they're going in C. Detroit, they have to go D tier. I'm sorry. I like some of the players on Detroit, but Jesus, they're interesting. They're special. So we're throwing them down there. The Oilers, simply because of the fact that they have 2 of the top 3 players in the league. We're gonna have to put them in A tier. Without McDavid and Draisaitl, they'd probably be down here, maybe B. But with McDavid and Draisaitl, I'm gonna have to put them up in A. Have to. So we're just gonna put them up there because, you know, they have one of the best players of all time, if not the best player of all time, arguably, or will become. And then the best German player to ever play the game. So, yeah, that's gonna move them up into A tier. Florida, not a huge fan of Florida either, but Barkov is sick, Huberdeau is sick. I do like some of the players on their team, and to be fair, even with their egregious contract with Bobrovsky here, they're doing amazing this year. And I love Keith Yandel. And as much as I'm not a huge fan of doing this, with the way they're performing this year, they're going in S tier. Have to. They're playing out of their friggin' minds this year, man. They're playing unbelievable. So they're gonna be the first team in S tier, which is something I never thought I'd say. It's Florida. Nobody watches hockey in Florida. Actually, that's a lie. People support Tampa, but people don't usually support the Panthers as much as the Lightning. So it's gonna do that. LA Kings. They've had their years. They're D tier right now. They can't compete. Hopefully Quentin Byfield can help them out someday. Minnesota Wild. Strictly because of Kaprizov, I'm gonna put them in B. Because they've got some pretty horrible contracts. But Kirill Kaprizov this year is actually lighting the league up. So we're gonna put them in B tier. I don't think they deserve to be lower, and I don't think they deserve to be higher right now. Canadians. How do the Canadians start? How are they doing now? What happened? Carey Price was playing like Carey Price of old. Then Carey Price turned to Carey Price of new. And if Carey Price isn't playing well, Canadians don't win. So I'm going to be nice and put them in C. Could put them in D, but I'm going to be nice and put them in C. So, then the Nashville Predators. I like Nashville. I've always liked Nashville. I think what they've done to bring hockey to the southern US is pretty cool, considering they actually get like a ton of fans, which is impressive. So I'm going to go ahead, put them in B. I don't think they're quite A tier right now. Actually, you know what? I'll put them in A. I like them a lot. So Panthers are going to go in, or sorry, Predators are going to go in A. I don't know how great of a decision that's going to be right now, but they're going in A. Devils, congrats to Nico Hischier on becoming the youngest captain in the NHL right now. I think he actually does deserve it because I think he's actually underrated. He is a very, very highly skilled player who just hasn't really been able to produce as much as I think he could. So congrats to him. But I don't think I can put them higher than B right now. They're good, but they're not that good. But they're not that bad either. Islanders, same thing. They got Barzal. Barzal is pretty nasty. He's pretty good. But aside from Barzal, they have like Anders Lee and those guys who are good, but they're not like superstars by any means. So I'm gonna put them. You know what? No, screw it. I'm gonna put the Islanders in A. Because that's strictly because of the fact that the other night I don't remember who it was that they were playing, but they smoked them like 7-2. So it's gonna bump them up for me. It's gonna bump them up right there. The Rangers. As much as I love Alexis Lafreniere, I want him to be doing well. He's not doing well. Kako's not doing that well. Panarin, I hope stays okay and stays safe. And for that reason, I'm going to put them in A. Because they have some absolute studs. They have probably the 2 best young goalies in the game. So they're going to go in A tier. Senators. As an organization, they have to go into D. I don't really think I need to explain that. And if I do, then you guys need to go just Google the Ottawa Senators and why people don't like them. And you'll probably find your answer. I've never done that, so I'm not 100% sure, but I guarantee you'll find your answer there. So go for it. All right, the Flyers. Flyers. I do like some of the guys on the Flyers. Don't think they're an outstanding team anymore, but I do like Giroux. I think Kevin Hayes is all right. I like Gostisbehere, even though he's not been playing that well. I'm gonna have to put them in B. They're going into B. They have to. Penguins. I have to put them in A. I don't think they're quite S tier right now, but they have to go in A because they're playing pretty well. And they have Crosby, they have Malkin. They still have like absolute studs on the team. So you can't put them lower than A, but I can't put them in S. No chance. They've won a few cups in the last few years, so I can't put them any lower than A. Sharks, they're going to go into C. They're pretty bad. They're not like terrible. They're not quite on the level of these guys right now. So they're going to go in C. They're good-ish. Not terrible, but not good. So they're going to be chilling right here. The Blues, because they're coming off a Stanley Cup win. Not this past Stanley Cups playoffs, but the one before. I'm going to put them in A. I think in reality they're probably closer to a B, but we're going to go with A right now. I actually know it now. Let's toss them in B. Just because I'm also not a huge fan. I do like Ryan O'Reilly and I do like Tarasenko. But as a whole, I don't know. I don't think much of the Blues. So I'm just gonna leave them in B for now. That way I got some room up here for these last few teams here. So the Lightning. Just gonna put them in S. They have to be. They're the most recent Stanley Cup winners. They're very well deserving. They're still playing well. Stamkos is picking it back up. I know they don't have Kucherov, but in general, they're still a very strong team. So I'm going to put them in S. Leafs. You guys probably saw that coming. Have to put them in S. Both with how they're playing this year on average, because there've been some real stinky games. They've had some real stinkers lately, but they've overall been playing pretty well. So we're gonna rock, an S tier for the Leafs. Also, again, hometown team, so I'm a little bit biased, but that's fine. The Canucks, with how they've been playing this year, I could put them in D, but overall, they're usually not that bad. This is a very off year, so I'm just gonna stick them in C for now because I think they can turn it around. They'll be fine, I'm sure. I don't think they'll have any issues going further than what they are now. So, all right, the Golden Knights. What they have done in their first few years of being in the NHL, very impressive. Very, very impressive. So they're going all the way up in S tier because they're also a great team still. Like, it's not like they're playing bad. They're still an outstanding team. So I'm just gonna go ahead, throw them up in S tier. If you don't like that, then sue me. So we're just gonna keep the Golden Knights in S tier. All right, moving on to the Capitals. We got 2 teams left: Capitals and the Jets. Yes, I don't know how much you guys are gonna like this, but I'm putting them in D. Just kidding. They're going straight up to S. Capitals are one of my favorite teams. Honestly, I have so much trouble watching them versus the Leafs because they're both my favorite team. And there's honestly sometimes that I'd rather the Caps win. Sometimes I'd rather the Leafs win. But in the playoffs, I will always root for the Leafs because of hometown. But if the Capitals beat them, Capitals all the way. Or if the Leafs are out, then it's always Capitals. So gonna have to put them in S tier. Been a fan of the Capitals since I was 5 years old. So maybe no, not 5. Since I was 7 or 8. So it's still been 15 years. So long enough. All right, then the Jets, last one. I think they're really good. I really like the Jets. They got guys like Kyle Connor, not Line A anymore. Speaking on which, I think that Winnipeg just straight up lost that trade, but you know, that's fine. I'm just glad I'm not like a hardcore Winnipeg fan, because I'd be kind of upset about that. But you know what, it's fine. We're just gonna leave it how it is, and we're gonna take the Jets and we're gonna put them into A tier, because they're still good. Like, it's not like they're bad at all. They got Hellebuck, they got like I said, what's his name, Kyle Connor. They got Dubois now, who I'm not a huge fan of Dubois, but he's still a good player. They got some talent on that team. They got Blake Wheeler and all those guys, Shifley. So they're still a strong team. I don't think they deserve to go any less than A. They're definitely not an S tier team, but I don't think they deserve to go less than A. All right. So looking at this now, I actually kind of agree with this. I think I'm happy with this. This is what I'm going to leave for now. I'm going to stick it here. I'm not going to make any changes. So take it what it is. If you guys enjoyed, please do let me know in the comments. If you guys are annoyed by some of my picks, if you guys would have changed the rankings around, go ahead and tell me down in the comments as well. If you liked the video, drop a thumbs up. And if you're new, please do subscribe. It will help out the channel a lot, and I'm really trying to grow. So please do subscribe if you have not already. Appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.